The world's fastest human. In the summer of 1919, Quincy and Jesse Owens rested in the shade of an oak tree near the farmhouse where they lived. The cool shade was one of their favorite places to linger during the hot summer days. In the distance, they could see their father, a sharecropper, working in the fields under the Alabama sun. Quincy, who was the oldest of the 8 Owens children, pulled 3 marbles from his pocket and tossed them onto the ground. He drew a circle in the dirt and placed the largest marble in the center. Then, while Quincy began practicing, Jesse climbed up to sit on his favorite branch. A few minutes later, their neighbor, Sarah, joined them. "Hi, guys," she said. She took 2 marbles from her dress pocket and sat next to Quincy. "Hi, Sarah," the boys mumbled. A gentle breeze rustled the leaves on the tree. Quincy stopped shooting marbles and leaned against the tree's trunk. He closed his eyes and smiled. Sarah said, "We always play marbles. Let's think of something else to do." Jesse jumped to the ground. "I know. I'll race you." "Sarah," he said, "I'll race you to the willow tree and back." "You're only 6 years old," said Sarah. "Besides that, I'm as fast as the wind. I can even run faster than my cousins, who are 14. "I'll tell you what," Jesse said, continuing as he hadn't heard her. "If you beat me, I'll give you my kaleidoscope." With that, Sarah quickly jumped up and drew a starting line in the dirt a few yards away. "Quincy," she said, "you count to 3. "Come on, Jesse. I can't wait to play with my new kaleidoscope. Let's start running on 3. Quincy got up and stood next to the starting line. In a fatherly tone, he said, "Jesse, you do your best." Then he began counting. 1, 2, 3. A cloud of dust rose behind the 2 children as they took off. Sarah quickly pulled ahead of Jesse. She looked over her shoulder and smiled at him, but he didn't even see her. He looked straight ahead at the willow tree and focused on moving his arms and legs in perfect rhythm. 3 minutes later, Sarah tagged the willow tree and spun around to complete the return trip. She was startled to see Jesse right behind her. Jesse tagged the tree and dashed past Sarah. He heard Quincy shout, "Come on, Jesse, you're ahead. Run faster, run faster." Seconds later, Jesse crossed the finish line ahead of Sarah. He had won the race. Quincy danced with excitement. He won, he shouted at Sarah as Sarah crossed the finish line. "Jesse beat you. My little brother beat you." Sarah placed her hands on her knees while she caught her breath. "He surely did just that," she said with a smile. Then she put her arm around Jesse, who was beaming. "You really run like a pro," she said. Several years later, Sarah became a student at Missouri State University. She continued to run races as a member of the track team, but she always remembered her race with Jesse. One day, as she walked into a building on campus, she noticed a newspaper stand. The headlines on the newspaper caught her attention. "World's Fastest Human. Jesse Owens wins 4 gold medals in the Berlin Olympics." "That's my Jesse," she thought fondly. Note: it was in the year 1936 that Jesse Owens won 4 gold medals at the Olympic Games in Berlin, Germany.